Coming up next on Newswatch Hopkinsville, a protest outside of Fort Campbell's Gate 4. That's our top story, and your news starts now.
From WKAG3, this is Newswatch Hopkinsville.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to Newswatch Hopkinsville. I'm Eddie Owen. This is the Thursday edition. Topping our news, protesters show up to disrupt a memorial service for fallen soldiers near Gate 4 at Fort Campbell. Newswatch 3's LaTanya Stevens has more.
There were the supporters.
God bless America!
And there were the protesters.
The army goes marching to hell.
Two very different messages last night just outside the gates of Fort Campbell, where a memorial service for fallen soldiers would take place just an hour later. An impressive array of law enforcement officials was also there to keep the peace.
We're blocking the outside lane of 41A to keep anybody from driving by and throwing something out or hanging out the window with a bat or trying to hurt them. Basically just doing what we can to protect them while they're here. You know, it's our job to protect them. Even though, you know, people might not agree with it, but we have to do it.
A new Kentucky law keeping the now infamous Westboro Baptist Church members 300 feet away from the service did not deter the 11 men, women, and children from shouting anti-gay slurs and depicting offensive signs of soldiers.
The weapon that God is using to punish and with the purpose of destroying this nation is killing these children and sending them home dead. And he's not just killing them. He's causing them to lay America to an open shame before the eyes of the world.
Those wanting to face off with the protesters and show support for the soldiers were sectioned off yards away, but still did not hesitate to let their voices be heard.
We just can't believe there's people out here that are out here protesting and saying these bad things about our husbands who give them the right to stand out here and say this type of things.
They're defending their right to protest, so we're defending our right to protest back at them. We support this too.
The Patriot Guard Riders exists to honor the soldiers. I don't know what you're talking about with protesters. We don't recognize protesters.
The Westboro Baptist Church group say they are doing the work of God, but most suspect they are simply doing it for monetary reasons, hoping to incite violence. But no such luck last night, as most of the supporters left early to attend the memorial. The protesters are now gone. Law enforcement officials have pretty much cleared out. Both sides able to have their say, ending a heated protesting night peacefully and without incident. Reporting near Gate 4 at Fort Campbell, LaTanya Stevens, Newswatch 3.
The wife of a Fort Campbell soldier died in a car crash on the boulevard. Oak Grove police are not releasing the name of the 34-year-old woman who died after colliding with a vehicle near Gate 6 around noon yesterday. According to police, the unnamed woman was exiting a strip mall parking lot when she pulled into the path of a Dodge Durango traveling north on 41A. The investigation is still ongoing, but early reports indicate that she may have run a red light, causing the collision. The victim was transported to Blanchfield Army Community Hospital, where she was later pronounced dead. Her husband is a Fort Campbell soldier who is currently deployed. A man opens the door to his home only to be attacked and robbed. 24-year-old James Gamble told police he was inside his home on Gray Street just before 11 last night when he answered a knock on the door. Gamble says that's when 3 unidentified suspects entered his home, fired 1 round from a black handgun, and assaulted him. The men allegedly stole $50 in cash and then left in a Buick 2-door auto. Gamble described the suspects as 3 black males with medium builds. One was wearing a jersey. Police are currently investigating the incident and encourage you to call if you have information. A stabbing occurs on South Campbell Street, injuring a local man. According to police reports, 47-year-old Anthony Posey was attacked by an unidentified suspect with a knife or barbecue fork. The alleged incident occurred around 10 last night at Posey's home on South Campbell. Posey claims the suspect stabbed him after an argument over personal matters. He was treated at Jenny Stewart Medical Center for puncture wounds to his right hand and back. He was later released. This incident remains under investigation. A wanted man barricades himself in a residence, creating a standoff with police for hours. 39-year-old Johnny Williams was wanted in Trigg County on charges of violating a protective order and making terroristic threats. The Christian County Sheriff's Department arrived at 4348 Madisonville Road around midnight to execute the warrants, but Williams ran from a truck and barricaded himself in the house, creating a 4-hour standoff. The main road was shut down and an ambulance staged at the scene after the suspect started making threats.
He had made some threats to police officers on the phone and was supposed to have a weapon. No weapons were found in the house when he was taken into custody, but he had made threats to police officers with weapons.
Police finally apprehended the suspect by shooting him with a stun gun and attacking him with Hopkinsville Police Department's K-9 unit. Williams is currently lodged in Christian County Jail, awaiting his arraignment. Well, certain bugs can damage and destroy your garden. At this time of year, they are especially problematic. Newswatch Hopkinsville's Cheryl Glassford has more on what you can do to protect what you plant.
You may have noticed this metallic green bug on your flowers and in your trees. The Japanese beetle is no friend to Kentucky gardeners, and when in large groups can destroy practically anything you can plant.
This is Japanese beetle damage.
It's Japanese beetle season, and they're on everything right now. And they eat blooms on flowers, and they even get on vegetables too. And
Japanese beetles will eat just about any flower, but they're especially fond of these, crepe myrtles, which are just now coming into season. There are products out there that help stop the pesky insect, however.
The Spectricide bag-a-bug, it's the bag that lures the Japanese beetles into the bag, and then you can dispose of that bag. Then we got Liquid 7, which kills them instantly, and got it in the powder form also. And then we got a little cheaper one that also kills them. And an all-purpose bug killer, kills everything. Bug Stop, and then Malathon's also an all-purpose one, and all 4 of these are safe to use on fruits and vegetables.
Although no product seems to completely wipe out the beetle problem, they can at least provide some protection. Melanie Farmer says prevention is key when it comes to bug control.
Once the damage is done, it's there, and you can't turn back time. You have to prevent it to keep your plants in good shape and keep them blooming.
Cheryl Glassford, Newswatch, Hopkinsville.
Looking around the Commonwealth, in Kenton County, an October 23rd trial date has been set for 18-year-old James Messer Jr. in the death of 2-year-old Emily Johnson April 10th of last year. Police said Messer admitted punching the child 3 or 4 times in the face, but his attorney disputes that. Investigating officers said that when the child's mother, 29-year-old Kelly Williamson, came home from her night shift at a McDonald's restaurant, she found her daughter unconscious on a living room bed. The child was taken to Children's Hospital in Cincinnati and died 2 days later due to head trauma. If convicted of murder, Messer faces a maximum sentence of life in prison. The Junction City Cemetery in Boyle County has been heavily damaged by vandals. Mayor G.G. Harmon said the damage became visible yesterday morning when 125 headstones were found overturned, with as many as 15 broken in half or otherwise damaged. Harmon said concerning the vandalism, this is about as low as you can get, and adds that he'll ask the City Council to approve a reward for information leading to arrest and convictions. The city-owned cemetery borders US 127 and is lit by streetlights. The mayor hopes that there are witnesses to the crime. Well, summer, it's flying by. Do you still have some plans for those last few months of warm weather? That's Newswatch Hopkinsville's Question of the Week.
Why and go swimming and play basketball and go back to Tilton and see my family.
Going to relax and take care of my granddaughter and probably go swimming at YMCA.
Well, I'm going to continue with my job and earn some money, pay off my sailboat, and get ready to go back to school, unfortunately.
Swimming all day.
Yeah. Anything else?
And stay and be lazy and stay in the bed.
Just spend time with my little girl and have fun in the sun.
I'm going to Holiday World this summer, and I'm going to get my taxes there.
All right. We'd love to hear from you. If you have an idea for Question of the Week, email us, news@wkag.com, or call us at any of those numbers listed there on the screen. And I'll have your Newswatch weather. Pretty good chance of some rain showers over the next few days. That's coming up after the break.